Hi, welcome to my channel or welcome back. Thank you for joining me for this video. Today I have a little bit unusual topic for my channel because I have a beauty haul, because usually I talk about handbags or fashion, but today I want to talk about some beauty goodies which I got recently, and they are from Dior and a couple of other brands. So let's start with Dior. So I will be very honest, I wanted to buy some Dior cosmetics because of the Christmas packaging and also some of the sets which comes with a pouch or package that I can use afterwards. So basically I just went to the beauty counter in Italy, in Rinascente in Rome, and I said like I want to buy something just because of the packaging. I love it, it's so cute and so beautiful. So I was just picking something, of course something that I'm going to use, obviously. The packaging was the reason why I went into the Dior counter and was looking for some Dior cosmetics, and I am a sucker for a beautiful packaging, I have to admit that. And I know that the designer makeup is mostly pretty, it's okay quality, of course it's working well and it's nice, but it's not the best value for your money. However, I love beautiful packaging, I love to have beautiful things around me, so sometimes I just go and buy stuff which is just beautiful. I know how long you can talk about packaging, like I know, but I always say I am an aesthetic person, I love beautiful things, and I will happily spend money on them. The perfect target for marketing. Let's get into this. I have the star and it's like engraved, so for sure I'm gonna use it later. And I got Dior Backstage foundation, so that foundation is the color 1C. I got a sample and I think it's just perfect match for my face, so so I got this. I had actually a sample of this which I got a long time ago, but the color was very dark and I tried it a couple of times at home because it was really too dark for me. And it seemed like it's a nice foundation. Then later I tried to mix it with some other lighter color to make it, you know, work when I was tan a little. But I never really had that chance to try properly the foundation. And I got a sample one day and I was like, yes, that's a very good foundation for me, I like it. And I got the foundation the next day, so I say my color is 1C. And the foundation is not a very fancy packaging like some of those designer packages. It's more like this MAC face and body, and it's kind of, I think, has similar purpose that it's supposed to be. Yes, it's face and body foundation, and it has 50 ml, so it's more than a regular foundation, because regular foundation would have 30 ml, so it's bigger. And actually the price of this, surprisingly to me, was actually quite okay, because it was, I think, 43 euro. And I bought this set in Sephora, and they had like 20% off at that time, so I actually got it for even less. For designer makeup, I think it's actually pretty good price. Not sure how much is that other foundation, like Dior Forever or some other ones, I'm not sure. I was thinking they are much more expensive than this, because, you know, when I live in Iceland, 40 euro, I'm not sure if I can buy even Clinique foundation for 40 euro anymore. So anyway, the first thing, the Dior Backstage foundation. And the second, I got a Miss Dior set. I was looking for the set in actually like 3 boutiques, I think. And it turned out it's actually the best seller, so it was hardly available. So probably you have seen it because there are so many people sharing those, you know, Dior beauty things, Dior beauty sets. So it's this beautiful box, and the sides of the box are like engraved, like I don't know what it is, but it's a pattern, and it's a very sturdy box, which honestly would be very beautiful storage box if it wouldn't have this Miss Dior, because I don't mind Dior here, but if it would be just plain with Dior, I think it would be very, very beautiful thing, like for your jewelry or any other details. Because it's like wasteful to actually get rid of it, because it's so sturdy, like it's, you know, much better than some things that you actually pay for. And in the set we have a 30 ml of Dior Blooming Bouquet perfume, and we have this famous Dior lip balm, which I think itself was 40 euro, and this whole set was 80 euro, so the price was I think very good. And there is like a tiny hand cream which can be, you know, popped into a handbag. So that's the set number 1. And here we have the second package, the second bag, and here is more goodies. And what should I show you first even? So let's start with the freebies, because I got 2 freebies. I will show you this. I got this pouch, which is, I don't know, like for making carry some, you know, I mean, it can be even a dust bag for a bag for traveling, and it can be for, like, I initially thought for traveling and like carrying my underwear or this kind of, you know, personal things. But the pouch is beautiful. It has the same pattern, and they also wrote my name on it. So that was very nice and lovely, this kind of personalized gift. And the second thing, because I actually really walked in and I was looking at things, and you know, they asked me if they can help me, and I was like, you know what, like what kind of sets you have or what kind of Christmas things you have, because honestly this is so beautiful. I just want to buy it for the packaging. And I was like looking at this tiny bag, and I was like, what goes into this bag actually? How, like, you know, what do I buy to get this one? And she was like, okay, I will give it to you. She was so nice, so she gave me this little bag and she gave me this one also. And when I was leaving the store, I was thinking like, how cute is this? Look at this, so beautiful, so cute. So I look at this and I thought it was a set of perfumes, and then later when I opened that, I realized that was not a set of perfumes, or like perfume samples. So it comes in this beautiful box. So that was like these things I bought in Italy. I have to tell you that it was much better service in Italy. I don't know if it's because this was actually in a Dior counter, the beauty counter in a luxury shopping mall, and the other one was in Sephora. I don't know, but it was much nicer experience in Italy. So anyway, back to the gifts that I got. So when I opened it, I got surprised because that's an ornament. It's like a ceramic Dior star. Let me get it out. So it's this beautiful ceramic ornament, and it's a detail, but I appreciate that, you know, thoughtfulness and that kindness that she saw that I was so excited about the packaging, and she just gave me, like, you know, a lot of those little goodies. And this was supposed to be a gift to Dior perfumes, but I didn't buy any perfume. At that day there I bought makeup, so it was really kind of her, and I really appreciate that. She was really lovely. And what I actually picked up is another set, and it's a makeup set. And you know, I watch YouTubers when they share about Dior beauty, because like apparently Dior is very famous for giving all the freebies and nice freebies with this, and also for the Christmas packaging, everybody's talking about it, everybody's buying it. So I watched them, but I have never seen anybody talking about this set, and I think it's a really big miss. Like people are missing out on it, because that's, I think, the best one. I saw those, you know, where the 4 lipsticks are coming, and there is like one, you know which one I'm talking about. I will like insert a picture. Like, I don't like it. I wouldn't wear it as a bag, because to me it really looks odd. Like that, you know, not the case, but that extra lipstick on the side, it looks weird to me. So I wasn't really interested in that one. However, I wanted to see it. But she showed me this, and this was coming as a set of eyeshadows and as a full set of makeup. So this is like a full makeup palette with Dior bestsellers. The set is very good for everybody, basically. So it will, like, you know, everybody will be able to use it. It has its own pouch and a little makeup brush here. And what is the best about it, that if we take the pouch out, then we get the palette. But the palette looks like an evening clutch. Like, it's literally an evening clutch. It's made of velvet, and it has that gold clasp, and it opens like so. And then you open it, and then you get the palette, and you get a huge mirror and this makeup. So you get this palette with apparently Dior bestsellers. And of course, what is best here, that you can remove this, and I have tried that already, and I have been able to take it out without damaging anything. So I will take it out, put it in some other palette, or like manage to store it some different way and use it. And this I'm going to use occasionally as a clutch, or at least display it with my bags. Because tell me if this doesn't look like an evening bag. It just literally look like a bag, which probably in Dior would cost over 1,000 if it's sold as a bag. It's just the best piece ever. Like, have a look. And I really think, like, you know, when you hold it like this as a clutch, like, it looks like a clutch. Like, I don't think anybody would say that this is a free gift with makeup. So I love it, and if you still can find it, just go and grab it. I'm wondering if they have like post, you know, Christmas sales also. So if you can get it, get it. I mean, it's beautiful, and you can use it as a clutch. It doesn't tell you that this is just a makeup case. And by the way, I would not actually use this makeup in this case, because I think it will stain the case very easily. So if you want to use it as a clutch, I would just remove the palettes as soon as possible and then keep them separate. So that was Dior, and I bought a few more items. I actually bought like 3 more eyeshadow palettes. So I decided I will just share it here, because why not? I got these 2 palettes which were coming as a Christmas set, and they are from the brand called Tarte. It's a well-known brand. I have never had anything from this brand. I have never tried it. And when I saw these palettes, I was so dragged to them. I really liked them. And they were 53 euro. I think the set of these 2 were, like, you know, they both. So which I expected one of them being 50 euro, not 2 of them. I don't really know how are the prices of this brand palettes. So I got these 2 in a set, and I was in a little hunt for palettes which I could use for traveling, because I was using some palettes which are a little bit breaking down, or they don't have a mirror, and I was looking for a nice travel palette which will have all the colors that you need for like everyday quick makeup, because usually when I travel I don't want to spend too much time doing my eye makeup, but I want to still have a nice makeup. One of the things that I wanted to have was a mirror, because I have one that I use now and it doesn't have mirror, so it's kind of annoying. So the 2 palettes, they are called Glided and Glamour. That's the palette number 1, the Glided palette, and I have used it already, and I actually have makeup which I have done using this palette. I'm not sure if the makeup is still that good. I think it's worn off a little by now, but I used these 2 bright lights, and I used Glamour, and actually that Glamour shadow is one of my favorites in this whole palette. I also love the one which is called Opulent. Really love those, and it's also Elegant. That's also a nice one. Like, there are really nice shades here. So the one that is like in a lighter pink, it's also like very mirror here. So the lighter pink, I think I kind of like a little bit more. However, the other one, the Glamour palette, which has back a little bit like a berry color, and this one is also beautiful, and used a couple of shades from here also. This one has more matte eyeshadows, which is good, but I am not that good in using matte eyeshadows. I usually use them for the crease and for like a little bit on the corner. And I got another palette which is not that good, but I will share with you anyway. So I was hanging around in Rome, and I saw this brand Kiko. This is Italian brand, and I remember like years ago it was quite popular. I don't know, maybe when it spread outside of Italy, so beauty bloggers were talking about it. I don't think they talk as much about it now, but I never had anything from the brand, so I wanted to try this palette, which is called Cult Colors, and I like the size of this palette and the package. It's a really perfect size for traveling. It has a big mirror on this side, like, you know, that part is mirror, and then it has 12 eyeshadows, which all of them are actually sparkly, which I don't mind actually. So I was really curious about the brand, and I like the size of this palette, so I got this, and that was like, I think 20, maybe 25 euro. Not so expensive, so it's okay to try it, it's not so expensive. From this brand I also got 2 eyeshadows, 2 liquid eyeshadows, and I got them also because I thought it would be good for traveling, because they are very small size, and I think the price of them is like 10 euro, and they were on some offer. So I got these 2 colors, so I got like a normal, like a concealer color basically, and I got something dark, so I can use them as a base of my eyeshadows, depending if I want to use a lighter or darker color on my eyelids. Then we have one Gucci goodie from makeup, and this is also something inspired by influencers. So it comes in this beautiful pink packaging, and it comes in a beautiful dust bag. I'm not carrying my makeup in this dust bag, but I still enjoy it. Comes with this beautiful dust bag. And that's how this, you know, Gucci, that's the Gucci bronzer look like. Inside is actually kind of Tiffany blue, which I really liked, and that's why I wanted to get a bronzer. And I got the shadow 01 because I am very pale. It has also a very nice smell, which I also appreciate about cosmetics, if they have good smell. It's a satin, it's not a like purely matte bronzer. I thought that would be nicer and probably easier to work with, and it also comes with a Gucci brush here. Well, let's see the brush, if that brush is actually, it's actually very soft and very pleasant to use. And the last thing, which is not luxury at all, but I wanted to share with you because actually this is something that is a second a package which I bought, and I'm using this for like 10 years now. This Africa bronzing powder from the brand W7. It's the, I believe, brand from the UK, and years ago that was very popular, and like, you know, all the beauty bloggers were using it, and it was supposed to be like a dupe for, I think, Guerlain meteorites powder. I have tried to look for this original version of it that in Guerlain, but nothing looked exactly like this. I saw something with a pink and brown shades, but it looked like completely bronzing powder, and this one is more like a blush to me. So maybe I will open, you probably have seen that, or if you haven't, but anyway, I will just show you. So it gives this, you know, a pattern, kind of reminds me about a giraffe or a desert. I still use the one, I have like leftovers of the one that I bought years ago, and of course I haven't been using it every day for 10 years, but I tend to come back to this, like whatever else I use, then I often come back to this, and I like this blush or bronzing powder, but to me I use it as a blush because it comes actually very pinky, and it's a very beautiful pink on my cheeks. So I really like to use that, and I'm glad that I found it because I actually thought it was completely discontinued by now and that I cannot really buy it anywhere, but I got it somewhere, I think in Spain, in one of the drugstores. So wanted to share with you. Let me know if you remember this product, if you have been watching beauty bloggers years ago when that was popular, or if you have maybe tried it. Who is here who actually remembers this product from like 10 years ago? Let me know if you are that kind of old dinosaur like me. So that's all for the video. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. It's a little bit different than usual, but if you are into fashion, maybe you enjoy beauty too, let me know. Maybe I will share some more of my beauty purchases or some of my beauty favorite products, skincare favorite products. I could actually do it as well. So if you are interested, please let me know. I really appreciate your feedback. Thank you for your time. Thank you for staying with me. I will see you in my next video, and until next time, take care. Bye guys.